Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is DJ, and we're in the Aero Sim Racing Club studio for episode 37 of A Gentleman Driver's Journey. Now, we have been away from filming for 5 months. Hard to believe it's been that long since we shot an episode of A Gentleman Driver's Journey. A lot has happened, a lot of different reasons and things kept us out of the seat from filming. But those are all just excuses. We're back in the seat. We're going to jump right back into where we left off. I'm going to give a quick recap of some changes we've done to the setup here on the rig and what we've kind of learned away from the camera. And then we'll hit the track and see how quickly we can get back up to speed. Um, First off, we've got a few new accessories here on the rig. As if you can kind of see, I got a new little extension over here where I have my mouse on the other side of the shifter, and that's because I got a Stream Deck. So I have you can kind of see it right here, the Stream Deck to run the camera and the overall production. It's been super helpful. I've been doing a lot of time in regular Assetto Corsa, and it's really nice just to do quick changes and things on the fly through the Stream Deck. So that's been a really welcome change. Really nice to have, and hopefully it will make this overall show a little bit better. In addition to that, you probably can't see, but I also got an external dashboard. So that is from Printed Sim Racing. Also, again, super awesome to have. I'm still running the lovely dash on it, which I had the overlay on in previous episodes, but now it's just on the dashboard. Still control it through the wheel, through similar functions, but really great to add some additional LEDs for some different functionality, which I'll hopefully show in a video full tour, which I know I've promised since the beginning of this. I still haven't done it yet, but we'll get back up and running. Hopefully we'll get that filmed and up so we can see the full studio, and I'll take you through some of the functionality of the dash with that. Additionally, over here, well, you can't see it on the keyboard or on the camera, but I did get a nice little movable keyboard tray, so my keyboard is now up and easily accessible. I don't have to pick it up and put it on my lap to do things, so that is super awesome. And that has been really, really great to have that. So, with the addition of the keyboard, I've also changed the camera and where it sits on the tripod, so we've got a little bit of a different angle here. We'll try it out this first episode back and see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. Additionally, now in OBS, we've got some cool new overlays now that the lovely dash isn't going to be seen on the screen anymore. So we've got those. Those came from Alex. Was it Alex K? And they are similar to the WEC overlays that they use during their races on the TV broadcast. So those are super awesome. Again, we're gonna try them out today. See what happens. See if we like them in the overall um, video and do the racing. See if it works from a giving enough information standpoint. So that's kind of a quick little update there. We're going to jump back in. We're just today going to go to Brands Hatch, track we've already spent a good amount of time on. We're just going to jump in a car. Still haven't decided yet which car. Actually, that's a lie. We're just going to be in the Lamborghini like we have been. Because we've done some while I was away, I did a lot of setup and kind of understanding car control. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos from a lot of different sim racers and even some real racers to kind of understand I've made a few setups. I'd like to try them, see how they feel on the Lamborghini. I made a list of order of changes, that should be kind of the order from big changes to smaller, more fine detail changes. So over the next few weeks, we'll kind of play around with that, see how that goes. We'll work through some setups and get back up to speed, and learn some new tracks again. See where we can go from there. Ultimately, at the beginning of this, we wanted to get online racing. We had planned on doing that by May. That didn't happen, obviously, since we've been away for so long. I'm going to spend the next couple of weeks getting back up to speed, trying to get as fast as I can. And then we're going to just jump right off the edge, and we're going to take the tests for LFM and try to get up and do some online racing. So that's the plan. Let's jump over to Setta Corsa Competizione and get driving. Alright, here we are, and so you can see I've moved the camera around, moved our logo around a little bit. When we get the overlays up and running, you will see why that makes sense now. So we're just gonna do some practice. And we're gonna be at Brands Hatch. Let me jump over into the Lamborghini. Oh, which one do I want? Oh, that's a cool one. I forgot I did that. Here's the one we've been running, so we'll keep with that. Let's see, weather and everything. We're gonna keep that all kind of standard, just to get back up to speed. Okay, now let's see if my setups. I don't remember exactly where I put my setups, if it was on this track or if it was on a different track, so let's see what we got. Load. Alright, so I do have my setups in here. Okay, so with this track we know that we've already laid down some lap times, and made some adjustments. So that's what our race dry is here. What I've gone ahead and done is I've added three new setups. So one of them is neutral dry here. So this was just taking all of the settings from the aggressive setup and just putting them neutral right in the middle. So we'll see how that drives. I imagine not very good, but we'll try it, see how we like it. I did find another YouTuber, HD. He had a baseline. I went ahead and set that up in here. This is using a lot of the metadata from ACC and kind of the technical things and why things work the way they do. So we can give that a shot. And then another YouTuber that I really like watching their content is Sim Racing or Not. He's got some great setup things and talking about setups. And so I went ahead and watched some of his videos and created a baseline off of his experience and thoughts for this car. So we have that baseline. So we'll go through and kind of test line all of them, get us back up to speed here. See if I like any of them better. The real big difference between HD and Sim Racing or Nots is that HD takes everything really straight to the meta max, and Sim Racing or Not has a little bit of play in it. So not quite as extreme on some of the settings, like say like so the differential, you go all the way 100% to one direction, and he kind of backs that off a little bit, to give you some room for adjustment. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna load up to start with the neutral, and we'll start there and see how we like it. I also have to get
green light, go, go, go.
my visual set up now that I have my little dashboard. I've been changing my overall field of view and angles and things to make it look like I'm sitting in the car proper. So let me just take a couple of seconds here and adjust that for myself. Oh, the one thing I cannot do on here, which is I need to figure out how I need to add some buttons on here for this, is I cannot change the angle at which I'm looking. I'm always like, when I sit in my seat, I look up at the screen, and the angle, the eyesight is always looking down. So I have to go into the settings here. Camera pitch is what I want. So I really have to like pitch it up. Can I use, oh nope. Okay, actually let me just, okay, let me just save this and start here. Alright. Actually, just kidding. I want to raise my height up just a little bit. I could see the rev lights, the RPM lights behind my dash, which would be really annoying to me. So, all right, let's try that. Get back into OBS here, and are we ready? New overlays. Look at that. We've got our track map on there, RPM, throttle brake, speed, only in kilometers an hour. I don't know how to change it to mph for us US folks. Our gear. There's in the top left corner we have our battle. So this will show my position and then the car in front and the car behind. And then we have race. Underneath the camera, we've got the race duration. It will also show flags, if there are any flags. In practice here, we shouldn't have any, so. All right. All right, let's hit the track. So this is completely neutral. Should have shown everything. Do a few laps here just to get warmed up and get back into the rhythm of things. But everything is 50%, so. Oh, I also forgot to mention I made some adjustments to my pedals. I was able to raise them up and push them out a little bit, so I'm even more in kind of an LMP hypercar position. Much more comfortable for my legs and my knees overall. Took me a long time to figure out a good position for them. Let's do a few laps here. The other fun fact is we are now filming live, so if you want to join live and comment, give us some tips, tricks, pointers, or just call us names, whatever you want to do. Feel free to hop on the chat and I'll do my best. Being a little conservative here, but I'm feeling pretty stable.
Well done, mate. That's not best.
A little bit early and on the brakes. It actually doesn't feel, I thought it was going to feel like really terrible, but maybe I just haven't played in a long time, so it doesn't feel too bad. That was really early on the brakes there, which got me way off rhythm.
Well done, mate. That's not best.
Oh, we lost it there. Let's see, so our tire temperatures are too cold. Probably also have too much gas in the car. Should change it. Alright, let's go back to the garage. Adjust our tire temperatures a little bit. Let's see, current setup. I forget. I think we do. We're. I pull out my notes here. It's just been so long. Let's see what I'm supposed to be at for tires, temperature. Tire pressure between 26.6 and 26.8. So we were running hot, 26.2, so I'm gonna come up half a pound here. I need to come up a pound and a half. Over here. Oh, wait, what were they never said that? That might have been too much. That's okay. Why does this not look like? Never mind. Half a pound and 25.4, so a pound and a half. Okay, let's see, is this, okay, see this isn't neutral. I wonder why this is feeling good. Why is it all, we're not even in the right setup. Neutral, load. Alright, let me go back to half a pound. 1.5. Okay. What did I say? We're at fuel wise 62. We don't need that much fuel. Sorry, this is gonna be real boring because I'm just trying to get back up to spec or back up to speed here. Alright, now let's head back out. does feel very stable, which I'm very surprised about in this neutral configuration. I really thought it was going to be super understeery and kind of just heavy feeling. But it doesn't actually. Very surprising. Too early on the brakes. Kind of bled off too early, so then I had to really coast it around.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Too early again on the brakes. And then just turning in too early. I really need to brake later and turn later. Oh. Getting scrappy here.
Well done, mate. The fastest step so far.
Too much speed, really understeered. Again, too much speed, came off the brakes too soon. Really caught the curve there and just really upset the car. Let's see, we got down to a 129.6. Honestly, I don't remember exactly how good that was. Our tire temperatures have been in a better spot. Brakes look cold though, a little bit. We'd probably, on this setup, close up the air ducts a little bit if we needed to. Do one more flying lap here, and then we'll make setup adjustment. Oh, nope, never mind. Not gonna make it. Alright. Alright, well, we had a couple of good laps there. Not too bad from a balance standpoint. Still, on that one with the neutral, using a lot of rotation with the steering wheel instead of the brake pedal, so could do some adjustments there to help get more rotation. Using the pedals instead of the steering wheel, but also just noticing right away, kind of back to the old habit of coming off the brake too early, which also, gets rid of our rotation, makes it understeer. So, still need to work on that, apparently. Alright, let's go to setups. Let me see where my tire temperatures are probably going to be around the same ish. 25 and a half, 26 and a half, 25. Okay. We're gonna go full setup here. We'll just keep the tire pressures neutral here, see how it goes, but TC6, ABS6, map 3. I don't know why we're on map 3. I feel like none of this stuff is actually like saved what it should be. Okay, let me go to a different track, and I think I put it on Zolder. Maybe did I start uploading them here and then didn't finish? I don't know. Let's see. Go to Zolder and see if our setups are in here. Might have to transfer them for another session. Okay, so we don't have anything in here. Alright. Okay, that's what I thought. Set up. I swear all of this is just the aggressive preset, is it? No, it's been adjusted some. Okay, wait, hold on, let me just load this one. Maybe I'm just misremembering everything. Is it a different car? Maybe I did this stuff on? Oh. It's like the worst episode ever. Okay, let's see here. Car, Huracan. Was it just the standard? Maybe it was just this one. Alright, so we have the same here. Okay, let me hit up. There we go. Okay, I did it to the... We were on the Evo 1, not the Evo 2 when I did it. That makes sense because I didn't have the Evo 2. I don't what. I mean, I saved something into it, but I don't know. All those other ones are just aggressive, so no wonder why it felt fine. Alright, so back at it. Let's try this one. Fully neutral. Yeah, cause see the fuel's been adjusted and everything. Alright.
Green light, go, go, go.
Now we should be feeling something. All the struggles of these things. Alright. Gotta get my seat position. Alright, I'm just gonna use this because I gotta change. Alright, all kinds of stuff here. Distance. Height. Height back up there. I feel like in this car, almost want to pitch it. I want to come actually down in height, but pitch it higher. Okay, I think that feels about right, but I need to go into, sometimes it's annoying, these things are like, it's not like universal, but we'll only hidden, dashboard display off, save, okay. Alright, now we can go. Car already feels like 1,000% different than the new car. See, going forward we'll be using the new car, but just test this out for the moment. This is what I thought it was going to feel like. Super understeery. Very heavy. Yeah, much more difficult to drive. Really has no front end bite at all. You get on the brakes and it just locks up the front tires. I don't really need to drive that setup anymore. Let's load one of these other setups. Alright, I'm gonna go for this one, which is the not as aggressive one. We'll see how that feels, and then we'll go full aggressive with the meta data and see what happens. Oops, did I load it? Yeah. Alright, let's drive a few laps, get our tires, see if our tires are in the right spot. Already feels a lot better. I feel like I can, when I turn, the front end is going where I want it to go. Obviously not pushing it really hard right now. Get some temp in the tires and the brakes. Bit understeer, and then I got back on the gas too hard, so rear end wanted to step out just a little bit. Little understeer into there, mainly because I came off a brake too early. A lot of understeer. Had a lot of brake, got the ABS going, and then came off of it way too fast, so just had nothing going into the turn there. So braking too soon at that turn. I need to really brake later, hold or brake longer. it looks like we can get about half 6.6.7 more pounds in the left side tires and point 1 or 2 in the right side. So go ahead and make that adjustment. Do feel like it was feeling somewhat stable. Maybe need to work with it just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna raise these up. 0.7. Raise these up. 0.2. Kind of see where we get with that. Struggling a bit now. Only getting a little bit fatigued and tired from not driving consistently. lot of understeer, just trying to push too hard, coming off the brakes too soon. Okay, well, we did finally kind of put in a decent lap there. 127.89. Not too terrible. Not great, but not terrible. With that setup. So, let's go ahead and try our last setup here. See if it improves. Obviously, we're getting more into rhythm here on the track, so we're gonna improve in general, but let's see if we push the metadata setup, if it actually improves the driving. I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna need a similar tire pressure as before, so I'm gonna go ahead and click. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it. Let's see where they are. I probably will need it anyway, but so it's really different here. So your differential is all the way down here. We had a little buffer on the sim racing are not one, and then you get a little bit of buffer on some of these other things. Like I think the anti-roll bars, you have a couple of clicks up just to give yourself some adjustments. But we'll see how this goes. This is supposed to be super fast, or the fastest from a meta standpoint. But it really comes down to if you can drive it or not. One thing with the differential preload is when you turn it all the way down to 20 Newton meters, it really makes the steering feel heavy. not 100% what I did in that last turn, but we went from like good rotation to a hard understeer. Not the best opening lap here, but see if we can do this one a little better. Oh, guess not. Let's just go back to the pits here and try again. We went from so hard on the brakes into it. It really wants to rotate and step the rear end out, which is, can be good. But I just, wasn't ready for it and got it out there. I kind of held it a little bit, but then tried to get out of it, and then it just snapped the other way on me. Probably just the lack of my ability at this point versus the cars. Let's give this another try though. Well, it was fine, and then I like slowly let off the brakes as I crested over that hill, and it was just too much. Not enough on the rear end there to keep it stable. Struggling with this one. feel like just with that one, I think like the steering is just heavier, and I feel like I'm really fighting the car and fighting the steering wheel and trying to uh go against what the car wants to do, which is not what I should be doing. Not the greatest. I don't really enjoy uh that so much. So maybe I need some more practice. And it might need to be like a step up into like until I can really feel the car and understand how to drive until I can hit it with that one. So, not really sure what to do. So, I will call it on this one. I actually want to just jump into a different car and just kind of drive around. We'll do on the same track, but let's see um what we can do. I have all the cars now. What are we in here? We're in GT World Challenge. How do I get to all the cars? Not sure, but actually I just want to jump into the Mercedes here and give this a try and just do a few laps, see what happens. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, let's go that one. So, let's hit the aggressive setup. We'll leave that where it is. Oops. Go back to setup. Let me change my fuel. Alright.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Settings. Too high, too high, too high. That's probably good. Maybe. Get the seatbelt. I can't see the side mirror at all. Actually, that's probably better. Let me raise up. Let me change the angle. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, that's probably good. Oops. There we go. See how this feels. Oh no, I stalled it. So not great. Well, definitely don't have the bite point set up for this car. There we go. I don't know if you can change the bite point for the clutch per car or if it just stays the same. Obviously the seating is a different position per car, but I have so much more visibility in this car compared to the Lamborghini. I just wanted to drive this car because I've been researching the GT as a future personal purchase. We'll see. Obviously, I'm not going to get the race car to drive every day. See how we like driving it. Actually, steering is extremely light compared to the Lamborghini. Well, I guess the GT, the Evo 1, it feels comparable to the Evo 2 when I drove it on the aggressive setup. But way better visibility. Because the steering's so light, I really have to make sure that I more smooth on the wheel, not so jerky.
Well done, mate. That's the best.
A little bit too soft on the brakes there. Double shift, I should have only done a single.
Well done, mate. That's the best.
Set up a lot. Tires are starting to get a little bit overheated, but I think I'm also just overdriving the car, getting a lot of understeer and pushing. I think I'm just heating them up too much. Poor braking on my part. A lot of understeer. Well, 130. Let's see, 129.97 was my best lap there on the aggressive setup, which was only a second off of what was whatever the Lamborghini setup was. So it's okay. It's actually kind of fun to drive. Maybe we'll drive it a little bit more in the future. Let's see. All right. Well, I think that was a good first day back. We learned a few things. Learned that our setups were not in the right car. That's great. So next time we come in, I'll show you how to move a setup from one track to another track, and car to car. And that'll be a good tip for everybody. It took me a long time to figure that out, but it's actually very simple. And we'll jump back in. We'll just keep practicing, and kind of figuring out if we like one of these setups or not. And then probably that's all that we'll do this week is kind of just get ourselves back up to speed and a little bit back into shape and just try some new cars, some different cars, and then we'll get back into a regular practice and race schedule. My plan is to do a 45-minute practice, work on setups. We'll use different cars, different tracks. We still have to learn a lot of tracks. And then we'll do a 10-minute qualifying session and then a 40 to 45-minute race. But this week, we're just going to be in practice, play around a little bit, get back into the swing of things, and go from there. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll catch you in the future, and we'll be a little bit better than we were today. I know today was a little struggle and boring, but that's what it is. Got to start somewhere. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time, and yeah, have a good one.